Sousa would be proud.
Standing room only tonight at Hamilton Hall. Beautiful downtown Egg Harbor City, New Jersey. Fannie Rittenberg School. Force One Pro Wrestling once again bringing an amazing night of action.
You know, my head is pounding.
Wrestlers from all over.
As we see, walking back to the locker room, ECW Original, the Rockin' Rebel. I see my favorite wrestler on the show, Pat. I don't see Tommy Force. I don't know why he wasn't out for the national anthem.
Master of Ceremonies, Phil Varlese, now introducing the commissioner of Force One Pro Wrestling, the ECW Original, Iron Man, Tommy Cairo.
But for those of you who watched ECW back in the day, they called the Sandman Tommy Dreamer the innovators of violence. This guy was the creator of violence, and I'm proud to say he's my partner. He's the commissioner of Force One Pro Wrestling, Iron Man, Tommy Cairo.
Iron Man,
You're already getting a paycheck.
Iron Man Tommy Cairo, getting the ovation he so definitely deserves. Doing a lot of work in this area. Bring up not only with the wrestling shows, but with the training center.
Woo! Tommy Cairo, former NWA North American heavyweight champion. He was also the first Pennsylvania heavyweight champion in Eastern Championship Wrestling.
Tommy, we have a big show lined up for this evening. I know we have a couple of changes in the card. I'm not sure what they are.
Changes?
I'm not going to get long-winded out here because I know I'll get emotional. But we had a card scheduled tonight that included an advertised four-way, but we've had to change that. It's been changed to a two-way between Rockin' Rebel and Danny Doring due to some injuries. Brady Morant was injured, and due to a firing of the Equalizer. It's a two-way match, and it will include, like I said, Danny.
Iron Man Tommy Cairo announcing a change in the card, but being interrupted by the Midnight Idol, Nicky Benz, making his way down to the ring.
Nicky Benz, you know.
Oh! Nicky Benz making his presence known immediately. Very interesting animal he's got on his head there.
What do you mean?
Maybe you should look into one of them, Jaden.
That is his natural hairstyle.
Natural hair color of what?
That's a 100% real.
100% real yak.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Nicky Benz Show.
The Nicky Benz Show.
You are witnessing the first installment of Launching with the Lizard. And my first guest tonight is Tommy Cairo. What do you know? Tommy Cairo, everybody. Hey, don't cheer for me. Listen, I understand you said something about supposed to be and changes. And that was a two-way match with Danny Doring. Somebody who's never been here in Force One. Who said that? Oh, man, I'm just going to keep on talking because last time I was in this ring, in this building, in front of you idiots, I was not a loser in my match. So that should put me into contention.
Detention.
Into contention for that championship title.
Shades of Steve the Teacher.
So by round of applause,
I think he said
who wants
contention.
me to wrestle tonight?
Contention, oh. And Hotshot Mike Reed making his way down. Both Hotshot Mike Reed and Nicky Benz, former WWE Raw alumni.
I believe I've seen him on SmackDown too. Both of these guys, they get a lot of heat in the WWE.
They do. I smelled it in the locker room.
Now this is Hot Shot Mike Reed, trained by the legendary Pretty Boy Larry Shaw.
That's over at the Monster Factory, correct? Been a champion at the Monster Factory, old time wrestling. Gino Caruso, ECPW.
ECWA?
Got two.
Nicky baby, you were not victorious last time, baby. If I remember, you were laying flat on your
the usual way to pin him.
No one came here to see you wrestle tonight. You're right, they came to see me sing. Hey, you hear me sing?
Oh, please, no. You have all of his albums, Jaden?
Yes, I own all of them.
I mean no disrespect to you, Tommy, but
He's hotter than Miley Cyrus.
Very timely appearance for Mike Reed to finally make it down to the ring.
against the one thing.
Interesting strut.
Okay, you suck. You suck.
Is that the USA chant again, Jaden?
No, they're asking him to sing. You sing. You sing.
I thought he said you sung.
But I have to ask a question, Tommy. How come the hot shot Mike Reed is not up for the contention of the heavyweight champion here at Force One, baby? I need an answer tonight. I have worked just as hard as this guy has. I want to know why I'm not in the championship match tonight, baby. This is my idea. Why are you trying to steal my idea?
He's a crook.
I just figured you guys had such a good match. It was indecisive. And I thought the people would love to see the conclusion to that match. And that's why we rescheduled. Of course. I mean, each and every one of you would like to see me beat up Hot Shot Mike Reed, wouldn't you?
I
The
would.
last Force One Pro Wrestling match, Nikki Benz and Mike Reed did wrestle to a draw.
I'd like to see him beat up Mike Reed. I really would. I'm sure this crowd would too.
I think what they wanted
Little
to
rowdy
see
chant.
was you lay flat on your back, count the ring lights tonight, baby, with the Hot Shot Mike Reed, and then I get my shot at the Force One Heavyweight Championship.
All right, fans, we're going to leave it up to you. Would you like to see these combatants in the four-way? We'll ask Tommy. What do you think, guys? Do you want to put them in a four-way match to become the #1 contender for the Force One Heavyweight Championship?
A little interactive booking here tonight.
All right, Mr. Hunter, you're the fans. You want to
Capacity
make a match?
crowd, standing room.
Want to give the people what they want? That's what we're here for. Let's do it.
Commissioner Tommy Cairo agreeing.
Ladies and gentlemen, later this evening, a four-way elimination. All right? Tommy, I've got a great idea. Why don't we do this? It's a four-way. We'll do an elimination. The first two combatants over the rope when they're done. The last two combatants win by pinfall or submission. What do you say?
It's a great idea. And I think it's going to be a great match. So let's do it. We get the four top guys. Let's do it.
All right, you got it.
Well, it looks like we got an impromptu four-way coming up later on the show. It's going to be the Midnight Idol, Nikki Benz, Hot Shot Mike Reed, Dastardly Danny Doring, and the Rockin' Rebel. Brother.
Well, again, hot off, coming off of their time limit draw at the last Force One show, with a 5-minute extension were once again undecided.
This is an interesting new dynamic for them, though. Instead of being one-on-one, they have two other opponents to have to deal with.
All right, are you ready for the first match? All right, match #1. This is sponsored by Strike Zone Lanes of 1400 White Horse Pike, right here in Egg Harbor City, New Jersey. This match is one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Let me introduce your referee, Mike Walker.
Crowd veteran referee Mike Walker coming in the ring, officiating our first contest.
All right.
Rowdy
Our
one.
first combatant hails from Manahawkin, New Jersey. He weighs in at 221 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. The sure thing, Ryan Wing.
Here comes Sure Thing Ryan Wing, somebody I'm very familiar with. At the last Force One Pro Wrestling show. He took on my man, Patch, and he came up a little short, but he impressed a lot of people here in Force One Pro Wrestling. He took a beating, and I'll have to be honest, he kept coming back. I think he's a little nuts, but now he's wrestling somebody else that I know quite well, and we'll see him introduced soon, the Latin superstar Panther. Now, again, Panther wrestled my guy Patch, and again, he came up on the short end of the stick. But I guess these two, after having to face the one-man Godzilla known as Patch, will have a one-on-one match to see if these guys truly have what it takes to be Force One Pro Wrestling superstars.
Very curious approach by Ryan Wing this evening. I don't know exactly, I wouldn't call it a Fargo strut. Kind of a,
His opponent this evening hails from the Bronx, New York. He weighs in at 225 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Panther.
Latin superstar Panther, again hailing from Bronx, New York, coming in to face Ryan Wing. Panther extremely victorious over his opponent in the last show.
Yes, I believe he took him out of the company.
What was that guy's name? Never mind.
Now here comes Panther. Boy, am I glad he didn't miss the train here. He is going to be taking on Ryan Wing in a very hotly contested matchup. Panther, a Latin superstar, has already endeared himself to the heavy Spanish crowd here in Force One Pro Wrestling.
Ryan Wing was perhaps more popular and maybe more successful with his old tag team partner, Maverick. Some others in Northern Jersey seemed to drop off the wrestling map for a number of years. Trying to make his comeback at the hands of Panther this evening.
Now, Panther used to be known as the Blue Panther. I guess he changed his colors. He's the Black Panther, but when he was wrestling Patch, he could have been the Black and Blue Panther.
It's going to be a long night, Jaden. Panther getting the crowd behind him. One thing, ladies and gentlemen, if you notice in the corners of the ring, both the American and the North American flags hanging from each corner of the ring.
North American, it's Canadian.
That's our northern state, isn't it?
It's the superior country. But let's ignore that. Let's worry about the action right now inside this ring. We got Panther, who brought apparently every illegal immigrant family member he can into the audience. And against
Easy
Ryan
now.
Wing.
Easy now. As they circle. Ryan decides he wants to take him by a break.
I have a question. If there was a police siren, would that mean we lose half our audience? Now we see Panther and Ryan Wing circling each other, trying to jock for position, looking for that opening. Nice collar and elbow tie up. Both men pushing. Looks like Panther is a little bit stronger. I'm surprised at that.
Referee Mike Walker breaking them up. Ryan already favoring his face. Was there a slap that I missed?
Apparently,
Was invisible?
it seems that he must have hit him.
That guy Panther is so quick, he can slap him in the face, we don't even see it.
I didn't even hear it.
That's true.
Again, they circle each other, collar and elbow.
Right in the middle.
Panther backing him up again into the corner. And there goes Mike Walker getting between them. That's a large man to try to wedge in between two wrestlers.
You know, I think I did actually hear a slap that time, but it certainly appeared as if Ryan Wing was alone. He's favoring his face.
Well, you can never trust a Mexican or Puerto Rican or Guatemalan or...
They're making friends already. Crowd certainly
Again.
more behind Panther, and Panther backs up Ryan in another corner.
Again, backing him up in the corner.
Oh, and this time, caught with the slap.
I think he was trying to tag himself.
Oh, no. He's cheering for Panther's superiority. I don't
Ryan,
think the
turn your back, turn your back. Meow!
Nice catch.
Arm drag.
Another
Arm
arm
drag. Has him in a arm bar. He has what he's basically doing. You see, he has his knee. He's positioning it, creating a fulcrum. Now he's going to do a top position, trying to push down onto that shoulder, trying to separate, maybe even hurt that rotator cuff in some way. Now Ryan Wing has him backed up, and we see a clean break here.
That chop.
I think that was just from all the times that Panther hit him.
I don't think Panther was there when he hit him.
You're going to be right next to me when I hit you if you don't be careful. Now again, Ryan Wing doing a beautiful knife edge chop. Really made famous by Johnny Valentine.
And there is the
And I
Fargo
think he's
shot.
having a seizure.
I think he made a big mistake by pushing the referee out of the way.
And there's the unsportsmanlike conduct of Panther hitting the guy after his back was turned. He threw him so hard into the ring it moved the whole thing. Now again, Panther whip to the corner. Comes charging in. Forearm.
Elbow smash.
No, forearm. What he's doing, he's taking the forearm, the bony part of it. He's trying to ram into his face. That's a mixed martial arts based maneuver. It's a great way to bludgeon your opponent as we see a beautiful high back suplex. Let's recover. 1, 2 count only. Panther a little frustrated. He did not have his leg properly grapevine. He
Snap
might have
arrow
hurt
and
it.
a boot to the back. Another kick to the back.
Goes for the cover. 1, 2.
Kind of a nonchalant grabbing of the leg there. I don't think Panther was working on hard. And Ryan Wing asks for a timeout.
You get 3 timeouts a half, right?
Is that a half or a quarter?
I don't know. I didn't like
Mike
football
Walker
since the
counting
XFL
down.
died.
Well, I see Ryan Wing has gotten his singlet there from Nikolai Volkov.
Nice drop kick by Panther as he ascends to the top. Slowly, maybe taking too much time. Flipping somersault senton off the top rope.
I say it was more of a somersault plancha.
We see Panther being the first one back in the ring. I don't think he got 100% of that maneuver. He may have hit pretty hard on that ground. When you do those unorthodox high-flying holds, often you pay as much as your opponent.
Be very careful taking these floor maneuvers. I know we had a high flyer on the last show that I don't see here tonight.
You're acting crazy tonight.
Ryan Wing seeming to forget that his opponent's inside the ropes.
What he is doing, he is causing momentum to be changed. He's slowing the pace down, allowing himself to catch a breather, and allowing the all-important momentum to no longer be on the side of Panther.
Oh, and a cheap shot on Panther. Ryan Wing taking his neck across the ropes.
There is nothing illegal about dropping somebody's throat across. If you block the wind coming to their brain, they cannot think. If they cannot think, they're not able to get a good offense. Without being able to breathe, they are not going to be a very effective competitor in this match. And Ryan Wing looks like he's trying to give him the Heimlich maneuver.
Apparently unable to beat Panther with wrestling skills, he's taking the low road.
That is a very good wrestling skill. In mixed martial arts, which is a variation of catch-as-catch-can wrestling, a choke is a legitimate hold.
In Force Run Pro Wrestling, it's an illegal choke.
These fans showing no respect to Ryan Wing.
This is definitely an interactive crowd. Standing room only selling in Egg Harbor City.
It looks like everybody's sitting to me. It's a sitting room only crowd. As a beautiful side Russian leg sweep.
That was actually a pretty good maneuver. Very cocky pin on the part of Ryan Wing. You're not going to get a professional like Panther down by just laying your hand on his chest.
I agree. I do not condone those type of tactics. If you're going to pin the guy, put all your weight across him. That way, if he does kick out, it's going to have more effort and more force to have to do so.
High leg drop by Ryan Wing. Panther seemed to take the brunt of that on his nose.
I don't think he's going to pin Panther with that. Nobody gets pinned with a leg drop.
Looks like he's trying to Hulk up, so to speak.
I don't know what you're talking about, brother.
Panther getting his leg on the ropes, breaking up the pin. Ryan this time grabbing the leg, but Panther able to kick out.
Are you calling Ryan Wing an American Gladiator?
Brother. What you gonna do?
I'm going to call this match. I don't know about you. As Ryan Wing, Panther though, is fighting back. Using a legal fist, but a nice knee lift to the stomach. Again, to the solar plexus, trying to take out the win of Panther. And a nice back elbow.
The back arm, wasn't it?
It's a 5-arm, one better than 4-arm. How about that one?
And a 2 count. Crowd giving him more support for Panther.
All the support in the world, though, cannot help Panther. He has to be able to help himself. Maybe with a mistake of Ryan Wing, and it was right there. Double clothesline. Both wrestlers are down, but Ryan Wing did make the critical mistake. Right now, I'm not sure what's going to happen, but the first person to their feet is going to have the advantage.
Panther rolling over his back and on his seat. Seems to be getting up at his knees. Ryan Wing getting up, but Panther falls. Stumbling. And with a block punch. And again, Panther returning the favor. Panthers haven't missed. A scoop and a slam. Oh.
No, he turned that slam and dropped it to a Michinoku driver and dropped him on his head.
Indicating some sort of harm. Panther up to the second rope and oh, what a sit.
Puerto Rican jam.
Is that what oh, and only a 2 count. I thought for sure Panther had sewn this one up.
Panther taking too much time. Jaw jacking with these humanoids. He should be worrying about Ryan Wing and not showboating. As he drops a 4-arm across the chin of Ryan Wing. Is this going to be it? Because number 1, 2 count only.
Again showing the acumen of his veteran status, knowing to roll Ryan into the center of the ring so he didn't have an opportunity to put his leg across the ropes.
Very good observation there, John Solo.
I get one every now and again.
Another knife edge shot. He comes charging in, but Ryan Wing put up the big boot.
Oh, and Ryan Wing with his legs on the ropes gets the 3 count against Panther.
That was unintentional. Ryan Wing has long legs.
You know, it's amazing, G.
You know, Ryan Wing is showing me something. He keeps this up, he's going to have a very successful career here in Force 1 Pro Wrestling.
It's amazing how he's able to cheat by putting his legs on the ropes, and all you consider it is utilizing available resources.
If it's there, use it.
He might have won the match, but he certainly hasn't won the hearts of the crowd as Panther right now, paying his due respect to the fans who were solidly behind him.
Of course they were behind him. He has to provide the welfare check for all these Mexicans.
Oh!
Our next match is sponsored by South Jersey Martial Arts, right here on 207 Philadelphia Avenue, right here in Egg Harbor City, New Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, making his debut this evening at Force 1 Pro Wrestling, he hails from Galloway Township, New Jersey, weighing in at 198 pounds, he is the hybrid Josh Adams!
Here comes the hybrid Josh Adams. Now, if you're looking for professional wrestling training, don't bother being devastated by some crappy come to Force 1 Pro Wrestling.
Don't call a doctor. Call for the Iron Man, Tommy Collins. More information available at www.force1prowrestling.com.
So while you go to www.forcewrestling.com, check out information for this news. Force 1 is taking over the Jersey Shore.
Whether it's Egg Harbor City, Manahawkin, or parts unknown.
Force 1 Pro Wrestling, the #1 promotion in the Jersey Shore. Now this is awesome.
And the hybrid Josh Adams showing due respect to Phil Varlese, the master of ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent hails from
Fuego being introduced as the opponent of the debuting hybrid, Josh Adams. Not a lot known about Fierce Fuego.
Actually, I've done my homework. He's from Mexico City, Mexico, the former capital known as Tenochtitlan of the Aztecs.
Referee Just Johnny being introduced as the official.
He now resides in the parts unknown section of Miami, Florida.
Amazing, Just Johnny calling for the bell, but Josh Adams is already freaked out of the ring.
Fierce Fuego, a luchador, a high flyer. You will see him.
Whoa, Josh! Wonderful entrance.
You will see things that you see in many other luchadors, like Rey Mysterio. And he's taking on a very interesting prospect in the hybrid, Josh Adams. What is he a hybrid of? Does that mean he's green?
Very interesting question there, Jaden. Which answer will have to go unanswered for this evening.
As we see Fierce
Locked
Fuego
up and
using his speed and his experience advantage to do a nice top wrestling.
And the hybrid, turning it around into an armbar. But Fuego able to flip up and bounce himself back out. Very quick chain style wrestling.
Yes, we're seeing great athletic abilities both by Fierce Fuego and the top prodigy of the Fourth One Pro Wrestling School, the hybrid, Josh Adams.
Forearm splash, throws him into the ropes, and a clothesline by the hybrid. Hybrid taking it to the ropes. I would suggest that this will pandering to the crowd. That may be a mistake.
Definitely a mistake, a rookie mistake by Josh Adams. As we see him laying in the leather with those closed fistises.
Tries to whip him into the ropes. Turn around by Fuego, but Josh able to shoulder block.
Leapfrog over, and a Japanese arm drag by Fierce Fuego.
Followed by, I believe, an American arm drag.
A backslide, a backslide. I haven't seen this since Kerry Von Erich and Ric Flair, but unlike Kerry Von Erich, it was only a 2 count by Fierce Fuego. Goes for the kick into a spin wheel kick. Fierce Fuego using his luchador-based high-flying tactics to keep the hybrid Josh Adams off balance.
Once again, Josh Adams to the outside, throwing off some of his protective gear. I don't think that's a wise move.
I don't think turning your back on Fierce Fuego is a wise move either.
Oh, but he's able to pull Fuego's neck right across the top rope. Looks like he's going to jump in for, no, I thought he was going to go for a flip, rolled right over his back, into the ropes and a drop kick, knocking Fuego off his feet.
A picture-perfect drop kick. I think
He
he's
did
been
it
watching
that well.
Brad Armstrong tapes with that one.
BA.
Forearm. There's a chop across the back. You know, I've seen some of the Force One students. They often take those forearms across the back. You know, it is a very, you have to learn how to take that. And then the Force One Pro Wrestling School, they teach you correctly. I don't know though. I don't remember the day when they were teaching them the top rope step on the back choke.
That was a very interesting step, and I think we'll have to get this phrase out of the way early. Ooh, very curious maneuver Josh has there where he drapes his leg between the second rope, rolls over, and seemed to me like a pure punch right to the mask.
You're going to hit somebody, you might as well hit him in the part of the face against.
Oh, Fuego able to hit him up in the neck, but Josh comes back. Oh, I felt that one over here.
Josh is not laying into those punches. He seems very trepidatious to try to actually hit Fierce Fuego with any kind of force.
Yeah, he's also kind of a lightweight. Oh, and force thrown practically out of the. Hey, if you look down, it would seem to me that interesting scalp. I believe we have the ultimate stud, Jimmy Clydesdale, a manager, checking him out in the ring, and
I missed him. He must have crawled under the table or something.
look down.
I hope he didn't come up front of the ring. He's no leprechaun.
I hope he doesn't come around on the side hoping to be robbing anybody.
As we see the hybrid Josh Adams again using those not as effective as I'd like
Half
to
arms.
see.
Oh, and a rookie mistake again. Josh to the corner and leaps in. And a beautiful
monkey flip.
Fierce Fuego taking the air a bit more than perhaps what Josh is used to at the train today. Woo! Oh, lays a chop across the neck. You know, I don't think that was one of your big forearms on the back for sound there, didn't?
A Saito suplex. It's a Greco-Roman version of a suplex. Gets the cover and a 2 count only.
Oh my goodness, it looked like he had him down for the 3, but Jimmy Clydesdale actually interfering with the ref's count. Little half there, mule kick. And another chop to the jaw. I seem to recall that Josh was trying to get the attention of the Ultimate Stud, Jimmy Clydesdale. Perhaps maybe he's utilizing his services.
I don't know. I think Jimmy Clydesdale, the Ultimate Stud, the 1/8 wonder of the world, as we see.
Look at this. Started out as kind of a surfboard maneuver. Very, very interesting pinning combination with the grapevine.
He has a double-leg grapevine. He has both the arms caught. It was a pinning combination.
Not something you're used to seeing in the high-flying luchador type of wrestling.
Not true at all. There's a lot of professional wrestlers in the Mexican community who are very proficient in submission and strength. Dos Caras was the number one.
Fisherman suplex.
Nice fisherman suplex. Dos Caras is very good at different kinds of submissions and roll-ups.
Is that Mil Mascara's brother?
Yes, actually. Cover 1, 2. High cross body by the hybrid Josh Adams.
I used to have a name for that move. I'll save it for later.
As we see again, Josh Adams not used to striking, but he did a very nice strike with that clothesline.
Josh Adams going for the pin against Fierce Fuego.
There's a song, you know, by the Cheetah Girls about Fierce Fuego.
I did not know that.
As we see a drop down, Josh Adams over, back elbow.
Josh out on the floor. Fuego apparently asking senior official Just Johnny to make the count. Fuego bringing him back in by the hair. And I believe we're going to have a suplex over the top rope. Oh, wait a minute.
What happened?
We have a 3 count, I believe, if I'm correct.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, the Hybrid, Josh Adams.
I believe Jimmy Clydesdale was actually holding on to Josh Adams' leg. And as he held his ankle, instead of Fuego being able to suplex him back into the ring, he landed on him in an effective pinning combination.
I didn't see that. I don't think Clydesdale's tall enough to reach his leg. I don't think that's possible. I think what happened is Josh Adams shifted his weight and landed in that high cross body position. Jimmy Clydesdale's a very honorable man.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what it is. Master of Ceremonies Phil Barley's trying to introduce the next match, but I think that music is,
I think it's time for Saturday Detention. That's what I think.
yes, Steve the teacher, along with his student.
No, it's a faculty member. That's the heavenly body, Jason Dottie. A lot of kids in this crowd, and I don't know many that like their teacher.
Well, if you recall, Steve the teacher defending the American honor against the Canadian turncoat Tommy Forks.
You're not scheduled
show.
this evening. What are you doing on the card? What are you doing here?
Folks, I just wanted to apologize for interrupting the next match. I'd like to personally thank the Commissioner, Tommy Cairo, for giving me this time. Thank you, Phil. I know you were preparing on TK. First of all, I wanted to wish you all a happy new year. I hope 2019 Canadian shooter Tommy Force.
Not as successful as he wanted to be.
You guys cheer for me. USA, USA, USA. And I just want to tell you how much that means to me and how much I really appreciate your support. But let's
That's an awfully big nose to go brown.
I've just been informed that starting this show, I'm going to have my own interview segment in the ring each and every show.
All right. All right, Steve the Teacher going to educate the fans.
Steve the Teacher's Classroom.
Steve the Teacher's Classroom, not the catchiest title.
We'll bring in a different athlete from Force One, get to know a little bit more about it. But first, I just wanted to introduce my friend in the ring. This is a colleague of mine we train together. And we've had to team up and form a new group called the Faculty.
Nice 1987 headband down there.
Jason Gotti, everybody. Some applause, please.
A nice Irish fella.
Irish.
Okay, now for my first guest,
I wish I ate less at the buffet.
Brian.
He don't look like CJ.
Brian from security, where are you? Come on, Brian.
It looks like Steve the Teacher and Jason Gotti introducing student to the ring. This fella's actually one of the newer students at Force One Pro Wrestling.
Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it.
Not sure that he was prepared for a day to be brought into the ring in front of approximately 500 people.
Very good job. Guys, give him applause, please.
You know, I think Steve's going to tell him the stone cold truth.
But what you may not know is that Brian is also training to be a wrestler. Isn't that true? You're training to be a wrestler?
Well, they are acknowledging Brian's
And
hopes.
you're training with Force One, correct? That's correct.
Nice t-shirt.
And how long have you been at it? A little bit over a month now. Okay, well, I wish you all the success. I know I'm just reaching into the future a little bit, but do you have any hopes or dreams? Do you have anyone you'd like to wrestle someday?
Yeah, matter of fact, I'm skating in the ring too. Just a great honor to be here in the ring too.
The honor.
I appreciate it. You want to wrestle me someday? That's an honor. I consider that an honor. Let me give you your first lesson.
Oh! Asking about honor, but not receiving any respect. And no courage shown by Gotti.
Clothesline in the kindergarten.
Oh, that was wicked.
Good shot.
Steve the Teacher.
Give
Turning.
him the expulsion driver.
Oh, that was ugly.
That was bowling shoe ugly.
I'm not sure what the lesson's supposed to be this evening. Little slop drop. Is this a match?
I think it's more like a schooling.
A lesson in hard.
Class dismissed.
Oh. For the inaugural version of Class in Session, what would we call it? Steve the Teacher's educational segment.
Well, right now, class is dismissed.
Looks like he schooled Brian's neck.
Gotti should be careful. A lot of these Spanish people carry knives.
And Gotti didn't even.
The next match
And the
is
federal witness
sponsored by
relocation.
S. Tarsitano and Associates, and it is for the Force One Junior Heavyweight Championship. The challenger hails from the Lower East Side, New York. He weighs in this evening at 207 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Judas Young!
Judas Young, fresh off his appearance on the Monday Night Raw 15th anniversary program. Coming in to face his challenge against the junior heavyweight champion, Diego DeMarco.
Well, our buddy here. I think he's looking for some job security in Force One Pro Wrestling. And by winning the Force One Junior Heavyweight title, he will have a job for a while.
Judas actually going out, getting the crowd behind him a bit.
He wrestled against our Force One Junior Heavyweight Champion before against Diego DeMarco, who came up short. How he earned a rematch, I do not know, but hopefully he takes advantage of this and shows a little bit more and maybe enough to come out with that Force One Junior Heavyweight gold.
Remember, the motto of Force One is courage, honor, and respect. For Diego to be a fighting champion, he must have the courage to face him again. The honor to understand that a competitor can have an on-and-off day, and the respect given where everybody has an opportunity in Force One.
Diego beat him once, he'll beat him again.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent this
I
evening
think last time that was more
is
than
the Force
Millionaire
One
Ted.
Junior Heavyweight Champion. He hails from Atlantic City, New Jersey, and weighs in at 217 pounds. He is accompanied to ringside by his manager, Millionaire Ted Jr. and Jennifer Lynn. Ladies and gentlemen, the Force One Junior Heavyweight Champion, Diego DeMarco!
And here comes our Force One Junior Heavyweight Champion, Diego DeMarco.
Diego DeMarco is victorious over the White Lotus to win the Junior Heavyweight belt.
That's against the guy in the ring right there. Judas Young.
First out, we have Millionaire Ted Jr. accompanied by Jennifer Lynn.
Jennifer Lynn, the eye candy of this group. You got the brain, Millionaire Ted Jr., and then you got the pure athletic talent of Diego DeMarco.
Diego kind of carrying the caboose there behind manager Millionaire Ted Jr. and Jenny Lynn. It's pretty important to justify both a manager and a valet.
I'm actually heard there's a little dissension in the ranks between Millionaire Ted and our Force One Junior Heavyweight Champion, and I heard that those seeds were kind of sown by the ultimate stud, Jimmy Clydesdale.
You've apparently been checking out the videos as they appear on www.forceoneprowrestling.com.
Cheap plug.
We're obviously at the training center the other night. Jimmy Clydesdale did come out and approach the champ Diego DeMarco with an offer.
Well, luckily for us, Jimmy Clydesdale is an Italian, or it'll be an offer we couldn't refuse.
You got him again. What was that? A little boot to the butt.
How come you can't be buried under Giant Stadium, huh?
Oh. You know, I'm from North Jersey.
I won't hold that against you. Well,
You wouldn't understand.
I've been in North Jersey. I understand.
What exit?
From 10 up to 13,
Oh, that's the west side. Parkway, baby, Parkway.
I've been down to Newark. Man, Newark, there's a town for you right there. But now we're in, speaking of a great town, we're in beautiful, rustic Egg Harbor, New Jersey.
Egg Harbor City, the home of Force One. Judas checking out his reflection in the belt. And a very shiny belt it is.
Yes, that platinum covered championship signifies the best in the junior heavyweight division.
Referee Mike Ball is calling for the bell, and Diego beginning right away with the forearms to the back of Judas Young. Planting his foot on Judas's neck as he's in the corner. Mike counting. Diego lets him down.
Diego, a lot more aggressive. I like this more forceful style, no pun intended. Here.
Not intended, huh? Utilizing those ropes to his advantage.
Again, they're there. Why not use them?
Lays it deep. And another shot to challenge it.
Whip to the ropes. Looks like he was going for a clothesline. Instead, Judas dumped down, and a nice hip toss. Scary back body drop. And a nice drop kick.
Oh, Diego getting knocked out of over the top rope by a heavy clothesline off of Judas Young. Just moments before, Millionaire Ted and the valet, Jenny Lynn, were standing in that exact same spot. Looks like Ted's literally supporting Diego. What was this?
That was a fake out by Judas Young.
I thought he was going to bounce himself right out of the ring, and the last moment stopped himself. Heads up maneuver on Judas's part. You know, what's amazing is most guys get beaten within the ring. But when you're facing a competitor with the experience and the acumen of Judas Young, you've got to be careful. Anywhere outside of the ring is fair game territory as well. Diego takes his belt. It looks like he's leaving.
And like I said, he does not feel that Judas deserves this matchup. So right now, he's just going to take an easy road.
Instead of being counted out, it looks like Judas Young breaking up the count. Got the long locks of Diego DeMarco, and, well, I guess he just has to nail the cranium of Millionaire Ted Jr.
I think he pulled Ted's hair.
Yeah, it's amazing how many times you think that can happen, Jaden.
Happens to me all the time. As we see Judas Young throwing Diego DeMarco back in the ring. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. 2 count only. Judas Young jumps off the ropes and goes for a bulldog, but only gets a 2 count.
Ooh, a 2.5 count. I think Willie Nelson just made it past our area here. Do you smell that? No, you don't. And I don't either.
As we see both wrestlers jockeying for position for that backslide. Instead, Diego DeMarco gets his arms free and clotheslines Judas Young down. Ladies and gentlemen, Diego DeMarco. Diego DeMarco working over Judas Young in the corner. Now we see Diego DeMarco whips Judas Young to the ropes. Goes for cover. 1, 2, 2 count only. As the crowd gets behind Judas Young, Diego DeMarco lifts to the rope and a back elbow. Now Diego DeMarco, instead of capitalizing on the weakened state of Judas Young, was showboating, and instead you see Judas Young goes for small package. He got only got a 2 count. Now Diego DeMarco again going for that lackadaisical cover. I don't mind cheating, but I do not like when a wrestler takes a cover unlike that. You do not get paid by the hour here in professional wrestling, and you should be trying to pin Judas Young as quickly as possible. Whips him to the ropes, and we see Millionaire Ted trying to tie Judas's shoelaces while he was running past him. Unfortunately, being the clumsy man it is, Judas Young tripped, and Diego DeMarco took advantage. Listen. A back suplex. Belly to back suplex. Exchange of covers there. But Diego DeMarco uses his elbow, the point of his elbow, to knock Judas Young down. goes for the cover. 1, 2, 2 count only. Diego DeMarco working over Judas Young in the corner, driving his shoulder blade into the midsection, the solar plexus. As he ran in, though, Judas Young hit him with that big boot, but always the presence of mind. Judas Young caught DeMarco caught Judas Young into a power slam, but only got a 2 count. Maybe if he would have grapevined that leg, put a half Nelson in, he would have got the 3. Now, it looks like he's trying to trying to choke the air out of Judas Young. Again, like I said earlier, if you cannot breathe, you cannot be an efficient competitor. There is a double forearm, X-handle chop, and now a side headlock takedown. Unusual tactic for such a part of the match. What he is doing right now, he's trying to put all his weight on the Diego's body, trying to cause him to have to breathe harder. Has that side headlock on, he's also squeezing it down. You hear though the crowd trying to get by, trying to get behind Diego DeMarco, his opponent, Diego's opponent, Judas Young.
Well, Jaden, I apologize for having to be called away for more important matters. It seems as if Diego's still able to be in control of this match with the challenger, Judas Young.
Northern Lights bomb. Then he turns into a bridge, goes for cover. 1, 2, 2 count only.
How do you get out of that?
Not easily. For most of this match, Diego DeMarco has been in control, working over the body and all points of the body of Judas Young. Unfortunately, he has not chose one part of the body to continuously work on. His attack's been all over as he misses that clothesline, misses a second. Judas Young goes for a sunset flip, and he gets it, goes for the cover. 1, 2, 2 count only.
Oh, 2 count. Diego able to battle out by snapping his legs together and catching Judas's head.
Judas, though, has feeling the effects of that earlier barrage, still woozy, and Diego DeMarco is able to come back and work over him in the corner.
Must have been what I missed.
Whips him to the other corner, comes charging in. Oh, but Diego unfortunately took a step too long and hit that corner buckle as Judas Young moves.
I think he was trying to pay the due respect to the Canadian flag there and was diving towards it.
Both wrestlers had the same maneuver in mind, that high cross body, and unfortunately neither wrestler able to come out well on a positive note with that high cross body, as you see both wrestlers down.
Diego on his back, Judas laying face down, seems to be slapping his hand up. Is that some sort of convulsive maneuver?
What he is doing is he's trying to get the crowd behind him, trying to get the adrenaline pumping. Not exactly something that I like to think about, but what he does is he's trying to get the crowd behind him so he can come back. As we see Diego going for a punch, but being blocked by Judas, and Judas counter-punching him. Catches him.
Whoa, very interesting maneuver there.
That's actually known as the Jam Slam. I haven't seen that since the 1980s. And the Punk Rocker Dropper. Looks like he's climbing to the top.
Oh, and a boot to the head on Ted.
No, what Ted did is he tried to tie his shoes. Apparently, his
got
shoes
under the
weren't
foot of
tied.
Judas Young, apparently, is what he did. Diego going up. Second rope. He's going for a high suplex here. We've seen this type of thing backfire on those before. Judas laying in the chops into Diego's exposed side, and Diego goes flying across the ring, ladies and gentlemen.
He's back up though, showing he's the true champion. Comes charging in, and the snot rocket drop kick.
That's most certainly what Judas calls it.
You know, I guess that's what he picked as his finisher.
Oh, bugger.
He's got both arms grapevine, has him up.
He was
Instead,
trying to
though,
do,
DeMarco goes around.
Oh, the Daydreamer, a very, very, very
He did not hit it properly, though. I think what happens is he was still shaken off by that snot rocket drop kick. That's actually difficult to say.
It kind of is.
And he was not able to properly
What's Ted
affect
doing
that
up on the
maneuver.
ropes here? It looks like his man is actually in the advantage. Why would Ted want to interfere and get in the way of the referee at this time? Oh, Diego breaking out the weights. Looks like he has a rounded piece of lead in his hand.
It's a variation of a knuckle duster.
And he misses. Runs into, slaps Millionaire Ted. And Judas Young, we have a new champ! We have a new champ!
He picked up with the paddle control.
Junior heavyweight champion, Judas Young!
With Millionaire Ted and with Diego DeMarco.
Diego DeMarco losing his junior heavyweight belt as a result of interference from Millionaire Ted Jr.
He did the Pat O'Connor roll, seen by such wrestlers as White Lightning, Tim Horner, and we use it to gain a goal because of miscommunications between Diego DeMarco
And Judas Young being thanked by the various other. Oh, we have the Iron League heavyweight champion, Puerto Rican bad boy Danny Bagan, the White Lotus, the initial junior heavyweight champion, Ad Panther, all coming out to congratulate Judas Young. From Monday Night Raw to Force One Pro Wrestling, this man's going places.
Well, he's going in a pay window because when you're a champion, you get that little extra green.
I would say just about double. And Commissioner Tommy Cairo entering the ring, albeit not smoothly. The excitement, oh! White Lotus.
Wait a minute. Again, under our radar, it looks like that's Jimmy Clydesdale.
Jimmy Clydesdale having a conversation with the Master of Ceremonies, Phil Varlise. And Diego outside of the ring, sulking. Oh, what's that L symbol for? Do you hear somebody?
It's not an Oompa Loompa, that's for sure.
Oh! Diego's afraid.
That's true. Where's Ted? He's gone.
Oh, manager abandonment.
There's the wonder of the world, Jimmy Clydesdale. You know, he was this earlier with the hybrid Josh Adams. Is this going to be another member of his stable?
Could very well be the ultimate stud.
This is a stud stable forming, it looks like, right now.
This match is sponsored by Bulldogs Bar and Grill at 743 White Horse Pike, right in Galloway Township, New Jersey.
Everybody wants to
This
sponsor
match
this one.
is the four-way elimination to decide the #1 contender for the Force One Heavyweight Championship. The referee for this contest is Mike Walker.
Here comes Mike the Imperial Walker back out to ringside.
Ladies and gentlemen, as per Tommy Cairo, let me just remind you of the rules of this match. The match will start off as a battle royal. 4 contenders in the ring. When 2 get eliminated over the top rope, the remaining 2 will wrestle to either pinfall or submission.
As you may expect, John Solo not a fan of the Imperial
Ladies and
Forces.
gentlemen, our first opponent hails from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, Nevada. He weighs in at 221 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, the Midnight Idol, Nikki Benz.
He worked really hard for that title. Reminds me of a guy who used to come down to the ring with a Red Bull in his hand. Midnight Idol, Nikki Benz.
This dude cracks me up. Where did he come up with this original material?
Now watch that, you might slip and fall.
I guarantee, people have asked me, that is not Andy Kaufman's other gimmick.
Ladies, and good evening. Welcome to the Nicky Benz Show again. Some nights I have to do it twice. I just flew in from Las Vegas. Boy, are my arms tired.
Oh, that's an old joke.
Hey, what's the deal with you born-again Christians? Couldn't they get it right the first time?
Careful, that joke's an antique.
Woo!
Are you right?
Thankfully, Nicky Benz being interrupted by the Hot Shots, Mike Reed.
Hails from Hollywood, California. He weighs in this evening at 225 pounds. Here is Hot Shot Mike Reed.
Hot Shot Mike Reed and the Midnight Idol Nicky Benz, if you recall, from the original opening inaugural show of Force One Pro Wrestling. 2 of the 3 men featured. And as I recall, the Midnight Idol Nicky Benz victorious in that match.
Well, maybe he'll use what he saw in that matchup to be victorious in this multiple-man matchup. Now let me go over the rules. The first 2 men eliminated by over the top rope.
Over the top rope.
Over the top rope. Then the last 2 have a match. With a match like this, you're going to see a lot of total non-stop action.
Our next combatant hails from anywhere he pleases.
Oh, you know this guy.
He weighs in this evening at 1,000 pounds, including his ego. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rockin' Rebel!
Mr. Controversy himself, the Rockin' Rebel. He's been blackballed from a lot of promotions, and it looks like, well, here at Force One Pro Wrestling, he's found a home.
Is that the Van Halen Rock Tour 1987 on his shirt?
Dude, don't diss the t-shirt. If you keep making fun of it, the band will break up.
Van Hagar. Rockin' Barrel, the established veteran and ECW original, and as you've mentioned also, famed from Blackballed Wrestling Organization and BWO Southern State, where he's amassed quite the challenger.
He's also wrestled for the WWF, for WCW. Like we were saying before, he's an ECW original, a true veteran, and probably the most experienced man in this matchup.
If not on the card.
Our last combatant this evening, he hails from Pepper Pike, Ohio. He weighs in this evening at 235 pounds. He is former ECW and WWE superstar. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up, Dangerous Danny Torrey.
From the land of extreme to here in Force One Pro Wrestling, dastardly Danny Doring is going to look to make an impressive debut. Of course, it looks like he's got a little troll.
Quite an entrance by the dangerous Danny Doring. As Martin 1, 2, 3 makes sure to clap his hands. No matter how he has to airbrush it in.
Now, CW superstar. He's World Tag Team Champion. He was a
Yes, he is.
WWE superstar. Very nice individuals in Perry Saturn and Taz. Just compliments to their personality. He did not get kind of Montezuma's revenge.
Rebel on. PG-13.
I remember that tag team, JCI Samoa TV.
The one on Jerry Springer all the time. Oh! Nicky Benz seemed to have lost a muskrat.
Oh no, he pulled off his hair. I haven't seen that since Gentleman Chris Evans pulled off fucking Rod Price.
It's Italian night at the beach.
That's nuts.
You take the hair to the back. Oh, Danny, don't do it. I'm actually quite familiar with some of the in-ring antics of Dangerous Danny Doring. My good friend Johnny Soul.
Oh, that referee?
I got something to report. Do I look silly without my hair?
Is it like Samson? Have they removed his strength?
Now, looking out here in this audience, bunch of ugly-looking kids. You gotta be Giants fans.
Oh no, Rebel Million fans immediately.
I'll tell you right now, I'm gonna ignore them. I'm talking to you, Nick. You and me are the two biggest guys here. We're gonna go in there.
Obviously, Rebel didn't know I was here.
We're bigger than you, okay?
They're not measuring the length of Mike Reed's pompadour.
Stay seated because you know Mike Johnson's bigger than your arms, so don't even start. All right? So let's go in there, and let's go beat those two guys, and when it comes down to you or me, if I win, I'll give you the first title shot, and if you win, I get the first title shot.
Rebel apparently trying to form some sort of team with the Midnight Idol Nicky Benz while Danny Doring and Mike Reed wait in the ring. And so far, not forming much of a cohesive unit. Doring is Rebel in the one corner, Mike Reed pulverizing Nicky Benz against top rope. Into the turnbuckle, the top, the second, the third. He's run out of turnbuckles to knock him into. And Benz is down. Dangerous Danny Doring. Able to help the Egg Harbor City crowd count to 10.
There must have been flashcards around. I don't know how they made that.
And oh, the irresistible. Nah, never mind. Looks like both Benz and Rebel thrown out while Hotshot Mike Reed and Dangerous Danny Doring in a very interesting tandem.
Just so the fans know, did not go over the top rope and touch that floor.
One thing they'll have to be very much aware of. And if the combatants are thrown over the top rope, they are eliminated for the first two, leaving the next two contenders to face each other as the #1 contender for the heavyweight championship, currently held by Puerto Rican bad boy Danny Pagan. We'll see about that, Jaden. You'll see a
Hey, Rebel, if you guys want to stay outside the ring, don't worry about coming to us. We're going to come to you.
Oh, Dangerous Danny Doring. Definitely making a statement here. Not sure if this is a great idea.
And Rebels in the lead, and followed by Nicky Benz.
And followed by Avalon 3, half in the rear. A horse race. Well, all four men's are in the ring now. Referee Mike Walker unable to keep any level of control. This time it looks like Rebel and Benz trying to whip them off and once again running into themselves. Oh, little dissension in the ranks. And a very curious non-Greco-Roman hold there by Ben. Ladies and gentlemen, we just want to remind you that this is family. Family.
Hey, they gotta know how families are made.
I don't think either one of these fellas is going to have a problem with that. Rebel is down and out, and Mike Reed and Danny Doring double teaming the Midnight Idol, Nicky Benz.
You know, that's not fair. Nicky Benz is feeling from
minute. Doring and Reed deciding to exchange blows. I'm not sure what the follow-up to that maneuver was, but apparently Wildfire being the end of the receiving end of blows from Nikki Benz. Keep in mind, most of these individuals used to one-on-one combination. When you've got a four-man match such as this, very difficult to plan your move.
You would assume that the three veterans in this match might.
Very curious strategy as Dangerous Danny Doring laying in the one rope via Rumble, and the Rockin' Rebel standing outside. Maybe he doesn't realize this isn't a tag match. Rebel runs in now, laying the blows on Doring. While Nikki Benz has Mike Reed up by the American flag and lands right on his manhood. Whoa! I think both of those men were flashed over the top rope.
Man, what a hot maneuver by the Rockin' Rebel.
We had a fireball. Did they both go out over the top?
They both went over the top.
That
they
means
are
we have
both
eliminated.
eliminated.
Hotshot Mike Reed and the Midnight Idol, Nikki Benz out, leaving just Danny Doring to face the veteran Rockin' Rebel. Danny Doring very successful in many different federations he's been featured. Wrestling for many different companies. This young up-and-comer, oh! Looked like Rebel trying to slam Doring, but instead crashed into the referee. Mike Walker not taking any golf.
Get ready.
And Doring tries for the quick roll. Wow.
Nice clothesline.
Almost
Clothesline from the
unassisted.
south.
Rebel indicating the large fist, but no, Doring hits him with the boot.
Rebel took too much time. But still showed the testicular fortitude to be able to strike using his head on the Danny Doring.
Can we edit that out?
As Rebel comes in for punches, Doring returns with those forearms. Again, those mixed martial arts style forearm elbow smashes. Rebel goes for a hip toss.
Oh, and
Doring
a
reversed
wicked short arm clothesline. Views of Jake the Snake Roberts.
Not even close, but nice attempt. Have you ever been in the ring, John Sawo?
I actually have. I helped him tighten the ropes and everything.
Well, when you're in the ring doing a match, you know those knife edge chops hurt.
Oh, and Doring
His
with
legs
a
out
wicked
clothesline by the
leaping
Dastardly One.
clothesline.
He's going to the second. Now he's at the top.
With Rebel Brome and an amazing leg drop. And a freaker!
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner and the #1 contender for the Force One Heavyweight Championship, Danny Doring!
Danny Doring victorious in the #1 featherweight match this year.
Well, it looks like Danny Doring's going to have to take on my man Pags after he beats the Puerto Rican bad boy Danny Pagan with a Force One Iron Ring Heavyweight title.
Dangerous Danny Doring working his way through the crowd, thanking the fans for their support. And along with referee Mike Walker, apparently getting ready for his picture on a number of new MySpace pages. Referee having to go halfway through the arena to raise the hand.
At the closest I think Mike Walker's ever came to climbing the stairs.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very exciting evening of wrestling action here.
Again, Danny Doring, he will be taking on my man Patch after Patch beats the Puerto Rican bad boy Danny Pagan tonight in the main event.
The much anticipated six-man match with High Impact and Razor Rivera against Ryu Lee.
What do you want?
Let me explain something to you. This is 2008. It's out with the old, in with the new. And by the old, I'm not only meaning these people in the crowd. I'm talking about Diego DeMarco. He was a weak link in the $1 Million Empire, so I discarded him.
Diego DeMarco was the junior heavyweight champion, whether you want to hear that or not. You abandoned him. Why would you walk out on a champion?
Last I looked, Judas had the title. Diego wasn't a champion, and I don't associate with losers. You understand? Which brings me to my next subject. I made a deal with the devil himself.
Kevin Sullivan's here tonight?
I said, bring me someone who is
Different
going
devil,
to
Jaden.
destroy anyone that gets in my way. The devil said to me, I found him, Ted. You have to go get him. And very soon, he is going to come, and he is going to rise from the depths of hell to come to the Empire. And this man is going to leave a path of broken bones and carcasses all throughout Force One wrestling. And it's irrelevant who the Force One World Heavyweight Champion's going to be. Because when my monster gets a hold of them, they are going to be destroyed. So my advice for whoever the champion is, relinquish the belt while you have a chance. Got it?
All right, can we get on with the show, please, and start the six-man tag team match?
Yes, go ahead, you idiot.
That's slow. Anyway, this match is sponsored by DeGrosse's King Tire at 1401 White Horse Pike, right here in Egg Harbor City, New Jersey. Your referee for this match is Mike Walker.
Pretty strong words from Millionaire Ted Jr. before we get the six-man match underway.
He's bringing in a monster.
Entering the ring from Puerto Rico, they are accompanied by Angel. They come in at a combined weight of 355 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Ricky Vega and Chicky Cortez. They are High Impact.
High Impact being brought in by their manager Angel, introduced this evening. One of the premier tag teams of Force One Pro Wrestling.
I honestly want to say they're the #1 tag team in Force One Pro Wrestling.
Well, they are as a direct result of their assistance in splitting up the tandem of R&R, Ryu Lee and Razor Rivera. And I believe that's what Millionaire Ted was referring to.
Razor Rivera just got rid of some dead weight. He knows that he's a true superstar and a graduate of the Force One Pro Wrestling School. Instead of carrying Ryu to a great tag team match, he decided to go out on his own and maybe join with his former rivals here, High Impact.
Just so everybody knows, these boys are with me. Welcome to the Empire.
Whoa!
They are accompanied to ringside this evening by their tag team partner. He hails from Hamilton, New Jersey. He weighs in at 245 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Razor Rivera.
The one and only current Hamilton Hitman himself. Razor Rivera. Joining up this evening with his former opponent's High Impact as he took the low road, being bought out by Millionaire Ted Jr. and brought into his stable.
Razor Rivera is on the edge of greatness. And now with Millionaire Ted in his corner, I think he's going to be a cut above the rest of the superstars here in Force One Pro Wrestling, not including the ones I manage, of course.
Obviously, Millionaire Ted this evening having a little problem with some of his other stable hands. Not doing a very good job of protecting his man Diego DeMarco, and apparently losing him from his flock.
What happened? Diego was an investment, and when he wasn't paying dividends, Millionaire Ted decided to cut his losses and well,
excuse me for one moment, Jaden. Doesn't look like Razor's dressed to wrestle this evening.
Their opponents this evening, from Little Egg Harbor, New Jersey, the first combatant weighs in at 187 pounds. Here is Ryu Lee.
Ryu Lee, the #1 premier student graduate of the Force One Pro Wrestling Training Center and former tag team partner of Razor Rivera. Left battered, bloodied, and bruised in the middle of the ring by Razor at the end of our last show.
like I said, Razor Rivera got tired of carrying this kid.
Ryu having a score to settle for Razor.
Whenever the tag team of Razor and Ryu, the R&R Express, won, it was always Razor Rivera that got the 1, 2, 3. Whenever they lost, who was the one that lost? I believe it was Ryu.
As I recall, a little different. Whoa, Millionaire Ted trying to make an announcement, but Triple Team, High Impact and Razor Rivera beating the snot out of Ryu. Ryu awaiting his partners, and looks like the first one in is Amasis and Ophidian, the Osirian Portal.
Osirian Portal.
Here's Ophidian and Amasis, the Osirian Portal.
Product of the Chikara factory. Trained by Lightning Mike Quackenput. They come to us all the way from the country known as Egypt. The problem with Egypt, though, is Egypt were the whipping boys of the Mediterranean, and hopefully, if Millionaire Ted has it his way, the Osirian Portal are going to be the whipping boys of High Impact.
It's like the Osirian Portal jumping to the top and landing on High Impact. Nothing arrogant about that move.
Well, you got Amasis, named after the very last pharaoh in Egypt. The very last
Meantime,
pharaoh
Ryu Lee taking to the top rope. Will he land on? Yes! Takes out everyone! Razor Rivera planted in the bottom.
You cut me off again while I'm speaking, and I'll have to give you a backhand. Now, like I was saying, Amasis was the very last pharaoh before Egypt was taken over by Persians. Egypt was taken over a lot.
Well, this history lesson is being brought to you by Jaden. We'll get back to the play-by-play action. Official Mike Walker finally getting two of the combatants into the ring, as it looks like Ricky Vega going to face off against Amasis.
Amasis, the funky pharaoh, and Ricky Vega going one-on-one. Amasis, he's a very well-cut physical specimen, but he does not have the definition or the... What the?
I think he was trying to make himself up. If at first you don't succeed, try, and then...
As he sprungboard off, he did a nice arm drag takedown. Now he's got his arm, got a top Roman knuckle lock up to the top, bringing him over and dropping him down, Lucha Libre style.
A little tongue-tied there. Maz is trying to get the crowd behind him as he twists Ricky Vega left and right and left, and oh!
He went for the arm drag, and Ricky Vega, being the veteran, having the presence of mind, knew what was coming and stiffed that arm drag.
You know, it's amazing that you mentioned how Ryu and Razor had their problems. Oh, interesting worm there between the two of them, followed by a clothesline, and Amasis takes Ricky Vega down to the mat once more. Ophidian and Ryu shooting in their partner. Amasis is tossed out. Ricky espousing the virtues, and is this an Egyptian breakdance? Well, he is funky, that's for sure. Oh! Nasty.
That was an impact DDT. He did have the presence of mind, though, to tag the Snake Charmer.
It seems as Ophidian slithers in through the second rope.
Ophidian is the Egyptian god of snakes.
Oh, and Cheeky Cortez now being tagged in, immediately going for the, I don't know, do you call it a neck on a snake there? Is that some sort of cobra grab?
Definitely not a cobra, but it looks like he has Serpentor and a head scissor. Serpentor, though, I'm sorry, Ophidian used.
Caught on your sphincter concerns.
When you yell at me, he has a front chancery right now.
And rolls him into
a variation of a Hangman's neck breaker.
Yeah.
Again, back with the front chancery. Has him back in the corner. He whips from the ropes, but he's reversed. And he springboard off the rope, twisted and into midair, and took Cheeky Cortez down.
Staying on top of Cheeky Cortez, keeping him in the corner. Ophidian whips him to the opposite corner, and very interesting double kick. One to the chest, one to the chin, and takes him down with a leg drop. Cheeky with a face plant.
Apparently, Ophidian was watching Old Pro Wrestling, the video game from the Nintendo, doing the star kick made by famous by Starman.
Oh, it looked like he was going for a shake, rattle, and roll type neck breaker there, and just dropped him into a. We have a victory roll.
No, an Oklahoma roll. Oklahoma roll.
I can't imagine they're not dizzy by now. Oh, and Cheeky able to pull him into a surfboard type maneuver, utilizing the back of his cowl. Those are expensive.
He comes charging in though, and well, I guess he could see through that mask. He definitely saw Cheeky Cortez come running in as he does a drop toe hold, tags his partner Amasis. Knee to the set. Big splash.
Amasis stung him, and
there's that knee again.
This
what the
rolling maneuver here? They definitely don't mind rolling around a bit. Very different style than I'm accustomed to here in Force One. A tower of doom.
Oh! An electric chair superplex. An electric chair superplay.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a maneuver you are not going to see in most WWE.
Very innovative tag team maneuvering. And now we see for the first time Ryu Lee in there with Cheeky Cortez. Now he's been in there many a time, and I think Cheeky Cortez, knowing what Ryu Lee was going to do, decided to cut him off and give him a bunch of chops in the midsection.
You mentioned the experience that R&R had against Impact and how it appeared as if Razor Rivera was victorious. Meanwhile, Ryu did take the loss. What you failed to mention is Razor Rivera had abandoned his partner and was laying outside while Ryu took the loss. Had to handle that tag team, the much more experienced tag team, on his own. The win that Razor took was after the great, amazing technique of Ryu, wearing down both opponents in Impact. Now we have Ophidian back in, and apparently getting into the wrong corner as Cheeky Cortez of Impact takes Mike Walker, the referee, to the corner, and Razor Rivera with some brutal fist right to the rib cage. Now we have Millionaire Ted Jr., Jennifer Lynn, and Angel on the outside. Let's see what kind of impact, if any, they have on this.
That's a whole lot of mass out there.
It sure is.
And I'm just talking about Angel.
Ted's no slouch.
As we see now for the first time in this match, Razor Rivera with a spinebuster drop onto Ophidian. the god of the snakes. He should be praying right now to Ra because he needs some help in this matchup.
There are no sun gods at this hour. Ricky Vega tagged in by Razor Rivera. Let's see what kind of maneuver he can work out.
Wow. I don't know how much these guys been able to train with each other. There was a great innovative maneuver and a standing moonsault.
Fidian able to kick out. I'm amazed after that. Ricky misses with the clothesline of Fidian, another one of those basic moves, and a double knee to the... That'll take your
He
kidneys
took
out.
a lung blower. That's known as a lung blower.
A lung blower. You sure you're not making this up as you go along?
That's your job.
Wait, that's me.
Flying chimichanga.
I was saving that for later. Razor Rivera picking up Ophidian now. Is he going for a high suplex?
And he's holding him up there, letting all the blood rush to Ophidian's head. A masked wrestler is automatically at a disadvantage. It is harder to breathe inside a mask, and your peripheral vision is altered. Now by letting all the blood rush, he got very dizzy and drops.
High leg drop. Let's see if Razor goes for the pin. 1, 2, and amazingly, he does not get the 3 count. Once again, taking the low road.
I just got a text from Tommy Force. I have to get ready for his match. I hope he can do this solo.
Once again, Johnny Solo taking over here for the departing Jaden, the solar-powered love machine. And now introducing my new partner in the booth. We have Andy J. Andy, fresh off of security, what are you noticing from this match?
Well, the one thing that I certainly noticed right off the bat is that Razor is still wearing dress pants. Interesting choice of his.
It's one of the things that I've noticed with Razor, and one of the things in his split with Ryu. Razor seemed to take more of a nonchalant, cavalier attitude towards training. While Ryu would be working on his squats, his crunches, and his other technique, Razor simply focusing on the power moves, the brute strength, not interested or curious in the finesse at all.
Well, that's what he has to work with.
And finally, the matchup we were looking for. Ryu Lee coming in with a high drop kick against his former partner, Razor Rivera. Cleaning house, knocking High Impact down both Cheeky and Ricky taking off.
I've been waiting for this for a while.
I guess we could say for you, Andy, this is kind of like watching your heroes fight in the middle of the ring.
Pretty much.
Razor with another power move to the chest of Ryu Lee. And not happy with where our official is counting.
If you do recall, last time they met, Ryu had an injured neck, and he took some punishment to that neck.
Yes, he did. We'll see whether or not Razor is able to capitalize on that punishment.
Nice follow-away slam, working the power game again.
Outstanding. Razor going for the 3 count. Ryu able to kick out easily. Again, that nonchalant cavalier attitude, not even hooking the leg, as if not showing any level of respect for his former partner and training assistant.
I don't really think that pin was for the win. I think it was just to show him who's boss.
Well, High Impact certainly having Ryu Lee tied up in a corner, but Ryu able to double elbow out, gets on top of Razor Rivera, and let's see, may we have, he has a flying head scissors bringing the big guy down.
Nice move by Ryu, athletic move. Oh my God.
Ooh, and a boot to the head. One thing with those big trees, you can chop them down. Oh, and a 2 3/4 count with Ryu on top of Razor.
That kick would have concussed a normal man.
Hard forearms, measures to the neck. Razor standing still as Ryu puts the boots to him. Double drop kick. Now we've got a Massis from the Osirian portal coming in against High Impact's Cheeky. I didn't see a pin there. Did you, Andy J?
I did not.
And it looks like Razor Rivera.
Oh
my goodness, what an amazing move there.
That was
What
incredible.
a somersault in the air, bringing them outside of the ring.
What's he going up top for?
Oh, the knees. Ricky Vegas got to be brain dead after that maneuver.
Incredible. Incredible match.
This is not something you're going to see on Olympic gold medal. Razor
What's
Rivera
going on here?
picking up Ricky
Oh.
Vegas as if into an airplane spin. Let's see. Goes to twist
Oh my
around.
God, knee to the face. Looks like these old tag team partners are doing some one-upsmanship with each other.
Now Ryu obviously able to use both finesse and the
Here we go
power.
now.
And
With everybody outside of the picture.
Oh! Blocking each other's punches. I don't think either one of them's laying in, and finally the referee, Mike Walker, no, they push him up. Mike Walker says he's calling for the bell.
They just want to kill each other.
A real slobber knocker here, Gorilla.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we get security out here?
Looks like
please?
security. Marky Mark 1, 2, 3.
They want to kill each other.
Security over
They
right.
don't give a crap about the match. They just hate each other's guts.
And we have Switchblade himself, Mr. Simon. Big Bear is brought into the ring to break him up. And Razor and Ryu will not leave each other alone. I don't think there are enough security forces in here to keep them apart.
Unfortunately, I can't help out. I got to be here with you. Where's Jaden anyway?
Jaden is preparing in his managerial detail, as he will be bringing his individual Patch to face Bad Boy, and also Tommy Force, the Canadian shooter, in a flag on a pole match against the former junior heavyweight champion, the White Lotus.
We have to drag Ryu out of
Well, I
here
believe
kicking and
we've got
screaming.
no decision, but Razor Rivera has the microphone. What does he have to say?
Commissioner Cairo, I want you out here now.
Calling out his partner.
Cairo,
Calling out the
where are
commissioner.
you?
Who's he going to call it next, I wonder?
And the crowd obviously preparing for the flag match, using the abbreviation of USA, shouting, USA, USA.
I love this crowd tonight.
I'd say about 450 remaining.
This beef between me and that little punk has to end. I want him now.
You can want all you want. I make the rules. If you remember last time, I dumped you on your ass.
Oh!
Right now, with him on top of you. So I'll tell you what, I make the rules, I'm the conditioner. You want the match? You get it in Manahawkin next month on February 16th. That's the only way it's gonna happen.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, another wonderful event brought to you by Force One Pro Wrestling, going to
That's the
Manahawkin.
only way it's going down, so take it or leave it.
Force One Pro Wrestling up in the ante, doing a new show every month from now on.
Millionaire Ted Jr. apparently not happy with Commissioner Cairo's decision. One of the few men you can hear all the way over here without a microphone.
He certainly does have a loud mouth.
Master of Ceremonies, Phil Marley, has something to say.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you have it. February 16th, St. Mary's Parish Hall, Manahawkin, New Jersey. The brawl to settle it all. Ryu Lee and Razor Rivera.
It doesn't matter whether it's at St. Mary's Parish in Manahawkin.
Are they going to leave peacefully, or are they going to have to get drug out like Ryu?
This is no contest. Ladies and gentlemen, the following match is a flag on a pole match. Your referee for this contest is Just Johnny. Our first combatant, he hails from Canada. He's weighing in this evening at 227 pounds. He is accompanied to ringside by his manager, the solar-powered love machine, Jaden. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Canadian shooter, Tommy Force!
Canadian shooter Tommy Force, victorious on the last show against Steve the Teacher. Very disrespectful towards the American flag, interrupting the national anthem. Now getting a flag versus flag match against the White Lotus, very popular White Lotus. I say next to the Force One Pro Wrestling t-shirts, the White Lotus t-shirts, maybe the most prevalent in the crowd tonight.
I think this match is a great idea. The disrespect, awful disrespect that Tommy Force showed for the national anthem of our United States. He's lucky that we're letting him back in the country for this match.
The so-called solar-powered love machine himself, Jaden of Jaden Skincare Products. That's tellinddtruth at yahoo.com. Michael Vick in the crowd noticing us up here in the commentary booth.
Need a name tag.
Name for what?
Jaden obviously not fan-friendly. Seems to actually have some people going against him. Canadian shooter Tommy Force, joined behind his handler Jaden. And I happen to be familiar with both of these individuals from a variety of other wrestling organizations. Not all the premier pro wrestling organization that Force One has been called, over the training center at the Alliance. PWO Southern State, Blackpool Wrestling Association. One more thing that was devastating. Some doctor. And of course, our friends and neighbors in Milan. EYLINN Milan.
It's going to be an exciting matchup. A lot on the line. Pride would be one thing.
Manager Jaden has made a request or a demand that you pay homage to the Canadian superstar, the Canadian shooter Tommy Force.
Please don't let this man sing. Please don't let this man sing. Don't let this man sing. I've heard this before. Do not let this man sing.
It's a shame that Nicky Benz had to be injured. Maybe he could come out and do the singing for him.
Weighs in at 216 pounds. He is from Egg Harbor City, New Jersey, representing the United States of America. He is the Force One former junior heavyweight champion. This is the White Lotus!
The original Force One junior heavyweight champion.
In my opinion, he should still be champion today.
Very curious the way that he lost it while his opponent's legs were on the ropes. White Lotus hailing from, I believe, the same section of Osaka, Japan that you come from, Andy J.
Interestingly enough, representing America in this match.
Defending the American flag, defending our pride, defending our country. And defending himself against the Canadian shooter, the crippler Tommy Force. Definitely a student of mixed martial arts in addition to professional wrestling.
I believe in the match at the last show between the Canadian shooter and Steve the Teacher. The reason Steve the Teacher isn't representing the USA, I believe that vicious guillotine chokehold he put on him may have left an injury. Hence his lack of performance tonight. Well, somewhat lack of performance.
It's actually being referred to as the Stampede Stranglehold. Little homage to Stampede Pro Wrestling and the great Mark Factory with the world famous dungeon.
Greatest family in professional wrestling history, possibly.
I believe, was Jaden actually bowing to the White Lotus there?
I really couldn't tell you what was happening.
Little known fact. Jaden actually has been a manager of the White Lotus in other areas.
That's quite an interesting fact. Did not know that.
Whether that seems to make any difference in this match. Jaden obviously knowing a little bit more about the White Lotus, raising the American flag, much to the delight of the fans in attendance here in Egg Harbor City.
Does that mean Tommy won the match?
I don't know, is it over now? Senior official Just Johnny checking out the ring. And Jaden bailing out. Apparently just testing the consistency of the floor around the ring. Calling Lotus to him, but cheap shot by Tommy Force as this match is underway.
Pounding on him in the corner. As much as you hate the man Tommy Force, you have to respect his abilities in the ring. Unbelievable.
Take that away from him. A certified personal trainer, a professional wrestling trainer, an outstanding mat technician.
He occasionally helps the students over at the Force One Pro Wrestling School, but only if they're Canadian.
as Force takes it out to the locker room. His manager Jaden supporting him on the side. White Lotus patiently waiting in the corner for him to return.
I think Jaden was making sure the floor wasn't slippery, so in case Tommy decided to come out of the ring.
Looking like manager Jaden trying to break up the count there by Just Johnny. Tommy Force certainly taking his time to return to the ring. Finally, Tommy Force re-entering the ring as White Lotus getting the crowd behind him. Security, Master of Security Bear there. I believe that's one of your training partners, is it not there, Eddie?
Absolutely is. Good friend of mine.
Taking him down, snapmare chin lock, into a headlock with the knees, and an arm drag takedown by the White Lotus into an arm bar.
Crowd getting behind the White Lotus. Wouldn't surprise me considering the majority of people here in the arena tonight would most likely be American.
Interesting variation on the armbar where he moved his head in the middle and did a sit-down squat. But Tommy Force, the larger in stature of our two combatants, able to push the Lotus into the corner. Let's see if we have some respect with a clean break. No, we do not, as Tommy Force able to shoulder blows into the corner.
I wouldn't expect anything less from Tommy Force.
White Lotus flying in, giving Force a taste of his own medicine, and a scoop up and a body slam right in the center of the ring. Crowd definitely cheering USA, getting behind the White Lotus this evening. Lifts up Force with a suplex and lands it.
It's just a good thing we didn't get a repeat from last show. Tommy Force coming out and interrupting the national anthems.
Oh, looks like the White Lotus reaching for the American flag again. But blocked as Tommy Force comes in. And Jaden, I believe, was going up there. Is he saying the Pledge of Allegiance? Yes, I do see Jaden with his hand on his heart saying the Pledge of Allegiance to the American flag. Maybe he's changed his allegiance.
That'll be quite a turn of events in this match.
No, once again chanting for Canada.
Maybe he didn't change
Force
his mind.
with the upper hand.
He just got the crowd more riled up against him.
Force playing Lotus in the one corner. Goes to twist him up. Lotus able to reverse it. Throwing Force in, and no! Lotus picks him up. But Force able to do the flying head scissors. Lotus favoring his head. That's Excedrin headache number 13. And a short clothesline from Tommy Force. Lands the White Lotus in the center of the ring. Oh!
The ref's got to tell him to open up those
Closed
hands.
fist. Official reminding him, open those calls.
Should be careful, he doesn't want to get disqualified.
Oh, looks like Tommy Force trying to choke out the White Lotus on the ropes. Very dangerous situation with the Thorbar Love Machine. Jaden taking the low road.
All for a genius to get involved.
Definitely not a training technique you would think Jaden would want to teach students. Sure, anybody can throw an elbow into a back.
Luckily, he doesn't have anything to do with the training going on in Force One Pro Wrestling.
Lotus trying to power out of this from his knees. Shot to the midsection once, twice, 3 times for Force. But Force with a chop to the eyes. Oh, shades of Roddy Piper.
Disrespect.
You know, Force being such an established star shouldn't have to resort to these tactics.
Is it going to have Jaden get the flag for him? Is that
Drop to
allowed?
the jaw. What is Jaden doing up on the ropes here? But oh no! White Lotus throwing Tommy Force right in, and the Solar Power Love Machine taking a ride.
Northern Light suplex.
Beautifully
Terrific suplex. Think you'll be able to capitalize?
Lotus planted, seems to be favoring his head and his neck. Tommy Force getting the better of that move. Jaden backfiring again with his chance.
Why does he continue to try? It's not like the crowd is going to all of a sudden change their mind, root for another country.
Tommy Force going up to his corner, reaching for the Canadian flag. I believe that's
right here.
the maple leaf in the center of the flag there. Home of the maple syrup. But no, the Lotus this time lifting him up and drops him down. Reverse Lotus driver.
See how he's not getting up? That's why they call it the electric chair.
Senior ref official Just Johnny counting now. Both men were down, but White Lotus first to his feet.
Let's see if he can capitalize on that terrific move.
Chop, but I believe they have a little less behind him as they may have earlier in the match. Force returning each shot. And finally Force saying enough of this with a knee to the midsection. Woo!
You can hear that out from Manahawkin where the next show is going to be.
Tommy Force having his detractors among the rowdy crowd individuals.
He almost is going to help him win the match.
Oh, he won the match! He's got the flag! Incredible! Force throwing him up at the top, and that move backfired as the White Lotus able to grab the American flag and become victorious!
That's a spit right in Tommy Force's face. He thought he was going to power him down. Turns out he lost him the match.
It shows you the amazing capabilities of the individuals.
Well, what's the
here in
point?
Force One.
What's the point of getting your flag? Oh, I see what the point is. I see what the point is. Awful. Disrespect for his own flag like that.
You know, they go through more flags this way.
Oh, here he goes.
Oh, he's shot him out!
He's tapping out, but it doesn't mean a thing.
The Stampede Stranglehold and White Lotus is tapping out, but the match is already over. The match is already over, and he's choking him out right in the middle of the ring.
Somebody's got to get in here and do something about it.
Somebody get security out here. Get somebody out
here. We need some security.
And the White Lotus is now called in the middle of the ring. Victorious. But
Finally,
somehow unable to savor in his victory. Now.
Don't you dare.
What is Tommy Force planning with our American flag?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. With all of our troops overseas, with everything that's gone on for this country, it's a time for respect, and that's not what he's showing.
Well, sometimes to the victor, don't go the spoils.
Very good. And Jaden taunting him. Down on all fours.
Oh, God, that's awful. Awful disrespect. Even for his
foot on the right flag. That's right. Put it under my shoe. Jaden attempting to raise his man's hand.
Oh.
Ooh, Jaden showing the disrespect by throwing the American flag. And like I said, they go through more flags that way. I seem to recall a patriotic match that Force was in recently.
The way he treats his own flag doesn't even seem like he cares about Canada. He just wants to do it to be a bad guy.
With that patriotic individual who was the most insincere individual. Tommy Force showing why he's a contender.
I think we might need somebody to help White Lotus out of the ring.
And the White Lotus able to win the match. And laying down in the middle of the mat. Force having words with our master of ceremonies, Phil Marlise, the wrestling guy himself.
Some of the members of the crowd making their opinions well known with some obscene hand gestures.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have but one match. The main event still coming up.
This match is sponsored by Regional Tire Service, 904 White Horse Pike in Cologne, and Gilchrist Offshore at 734 White Horse Pike in Cologne, and this is for the Force One Heavyweight Championship. The challenger hails from the punishment area. He weighs in this evening at 252 pounds. He is accompanied to ringside by his manager, the solar-powered love machine, Jaden. This is Patch.
Well, Jaden not able to be victorious for his last. Let's see if his later will come out and be any better. Oh, Jaden changed his shirt. He sure couldn't have done that while he was standing in the booth.
Is it completely necessary to do that?
Well, this is somebody I'm very familiar with. Patch, a force to be reckoned with, whether it's in Force 1, DTW, ACPW, South River, or in Philly. Well known up and down the East Coast and beyond. Blackballed for many years for his controversial acknowledging that, yes, in fact, pro wrestling moves can be real.
Well, Jaden's interference in the last match didn't do much help to Tommy Force. Let's see if he interferes in this match. Maybe he's learned not to mess with the program.
Perhaps Patch can be victorious despite the assistance of the bad luck. I think I see a flag waving from our entrance.
Somebody from behind the shield waving to Puerto
Definitely
Rican
needing a
flag.
security patrol. I'm telling you right now, there are certain individuals that need to give Patch some distance. They've caused problems and asked him for some in the past, and they've received their just rewards.
This audience way too riled up. It's good to interact with the fans, but not when you treat them like crap.
Andy J, you're a welcome addition to this group, but if need be, we'll go to further security detail. I've worked it, you've worked it. Do what needs to be done.
No problems there. If it's necessary.
Apparently you people can't respect greatness.
Respect is earned.
There's a bunch of Mexicans in the audience that should be mowing our lawn. Don't you know greatness when you see it, people? Right down the middle. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce your next Force 1 Iron League Heavyweight Champion. He is 275 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal. And he is the reason all you ladies, besides myself, came to this show to see two perfect male specimens like me and Patch.
Didn't Jaden just call himself a lady?
I thought I heard him say all ladies beside himself. You know, I wanted to give the man a chance of not talking over him once all night,
Somebody call the narcotics.
but it was asking for it. All ladies beside himself.
Thank God they finally turned his mic off.
For the first time this evening, it's about time, Andy J. It's about time.
His opponent
Time to get this show on the road.
He hails from Bayamon, Puerto Rico. He weighs in at 245 pounds. He is the Force 1 Heavyweight Champion, Bad Boy, Danny Pagan.
If anyone is a fan favorite, it's Danny Pagan.
The Puerto Rican bad boy, Danny Pagan, victorious as our champion, time and time again, winning a tournament final, going to the top of the contention, facing the former champ Breaker Moran, never backing down from the challenge, always coming up, and getting this fan definitely behind.
In his first title match, risking his own body, landing in a pile of tacks, all for the Force 1 title.
Danny Pagan making his way among the crowd, and definitely very well known here. You know, it's amazing, Andy J. Having Jaden down in the ring, I don't have to hear the normal Arriba, Arriba chants that we heard in the past. Arroyo! Danny Pagan up and down on the East Coast, just finishing a successful tour of Southern and Central Florida, where he is going to bringing the Force 1 Pro Wrestling title back and forth with him.
He loves that title. He lives for it. That title and these fans.
That boy is one indication of how far Force One has come. Even after relocating 7 states away, he had to come back to defend the title time and time again and said, it's too far. I need to make that commitment. I need to show that honor. I need to show that courage. I need to show that respect. I'm moving back to Jersey.
Hopefully Jaden will get the heck out of the ring so we can get this match underway.
I don't know what Patch's plan was on that move. A bit of watching doesn't stab himself in the good eye.
The crowd loudly voicing their disdain for this man, if you can call him that.
Patch with some choice words for our Rowdy. I don't think there's much doubt who wins that popularity contest. Little signs of the Cabbage Patch there by Bad Boy. I have no idea what they're singing about, but it sure does sound special. I believe, is Patch actually trying to tell senior official Just Johnny what his rules need to be?
I think he's telling him that because Danny Pagan is Puerto Rican, he must be carrying a knife. How awful is that?
Now that's definitely Jaden's influence.
Jaden doesn't even know Puerto Rico from Mexico.
Very true. He's going to hold that against me later. Bad Boy with his contingency of fans holding out the Puerto Rican flag proudly.
Quieting these fans down.
Patch, I believe the bell was already rung.
I believe he said Taco Bell once again, making fun of Danny Pagan and making fun of the wrong country at the same time.
Let's see whether or not that turned out.
Finally, the match is underway.
You know, even from the very beginning, if you notice, instead of spinning around each other, Patch actually showed the arrogance of showing the Bad Boy his back. Bad Boy just wringing his hands, showing he's warming up and preparing for this crowd.
And they lock up in the center of the ring. Pulling the hair, what an awful dirty trick that is. Behind the referee's back, can't even see it. Gotta open up those hands.
1, 2X, that's cool. Love you.
Amazing athletic maneuver that Hurricane Corona, even for a guy his size, that's incredible. With a hip toss now dropping him almost on his head.
Just a shoulder toss there. And an arm drag takedown. Patch landing like a set of bricks. High back body drop. Bad Boy tossing Patch out and rolls him completely out of the rope over the steps. Jaden taking one of the fans' hats there to air him out. I'm not sure if he's airing him out or airing him in.
Normally a smart move rolling out of the ring to get a breather for yourself, but not when you knock your head on some wood steps.
Patch definitely winded as a result of this one. And Bad Boy going over the top rope. Not somebody you usually see with the high-flying aerial maneuvers. Landing on top of Patch as they take it to the outside. Sizes up and chops him down.
Hard right hand.
Rolling him into the ring. But Patch with a boot to the head. Hiking up pants there by Jaden. Thanks.
For a guy that's, with a blatant choke. That's
Jaden,
awful.
my commentary partner in this and many other federations.
Bad Boy Danny Pagan does some amazing, amazing things for a guy his size.
One of the things to bring up about Bad Boy Danny Pagan, not only is he a champion inside of the ring, but outside of the ring has donated a lot of his time as one of the lead trainers at the Force One Training Center. Once again, get more information at www.forceoneprowrestling.com.
One spelled O-N-E with the letters, not a number. I made that mistake many times.
Uh-oh. Patch taunting the crowd as he's choking out the champion on the ropes. And Jaden getting in. Oh, Jaden seeming to complain about something on his hands. Perhaps he used too much of that goat's milk lotion he's hawking all the time.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no! Bloodline choke on the lower rope.
Could crush someone's larynx with a move like that.
And Patch actually seems to be taking great pleasure in inflicting this pain. Patch now apparently trying to stretch out the nostrils of the bad boy.
He doesn't want to be the only one with the patch. He gets lonely.
Patch continuing to taunt the crowd from the floor. Rolls the bad boy over as Jaden has the referee occupied.
Doesn't he need to get back in the ring? Jaden needs to... Someone needs to get Jaden out of here. He's distracting the ref too much. The ref can't do his job.
Where Jaden's experience as the long-term manager is showing up where during that whole time he kept the referee from counting his man out on the floor. He was able to use that leverage and choke out the champion, Bad Boy Pagan. Once again, dropping an elbow into the rib box.
Now Pat's distracting the referee so Jaden can do some dirty work.
One might suspect that this will be bad karma for Jaden. Jaden himself a former professional wrestler, suffering multitude of injuries. And I wonder if he's encouraging more at the hands of Bad Boy Pagan.
Well, the interference didn't work in the previous match of this night. What makes him think that it's going to work out for him now?
Again, Jaden showing his ignorance. And I think Patch thought the bad boy was apparently too hot. Oh,
no.
We've had a lot of wicked chops this evening, but I think that's the first one I felt this far away.
Patch knows that he's going to get it back from Bad Boy twofold if he keeps this up.
There are other individuals in this crowd who have felt the wrath of Patch in that chop.
I can tell you right now, a lesson that Danny teaches the students in the Force One Pro Wrestling School is if you get chopped, you chop them back twice as much, twice as hard, no matter what.
Well, right now, I believe he owes Patch about 13.
Oh boy.
Is he going to the well once too often? Let's see. He pushes him back.
Maybe
He
milking
sizes
it
him
too
up. And a double-handed chop by Patch, knocking the tattoos off the champ. The champ says, now we go to school. Oh! They felt that one in Texas. Oh!
Patch should have known already he was going to have to pay for it.
I will give Patch his medal. He's taking it like a man.
Some audience members now throwing things at Patch.
Bad Boy once again asking the crowd to settle down so you can hear. Oh, I think everybody in Egg Harbor City, at the school or otherwise, heard those chops.
Revenge is sweet.
Amazingly, Patch's chest is just about as red as Bad Boy's trunks. Oh, and Patch lifted up the trunks of Bad Boy there, trying to spank him.
Pulling the trunks again.
Once again, Patch grabbing the tights. I believe Bad Boy familiar with that maneuver a couple times himself.
At least the ref saw it this time. He knows what's going on.
Oh, wicked suplex. Snaps him over. The Bad Boy smarting on that seems to be favoring his wrist. And he landed rough.
I don't know what Patch is doing here. I don't know why he doesn't capitalize. He's got him hurt. Why is he just sitting there?
Probably waiting for the blood to rush back to his head as it was stopped by those wicked shots to the chest.
That might be it. He might be in the middle of a coronary.
That can knock the wind out of you for quite some time. And actually, in one of those training sessions, having been on the receiving end of one of the Bad Boys' chops, I can tell you that I have a shirt that will never be the same.
I had the fortunate experience of him lifting my shirt up over my head before he hit me. My chest will never be the same.
That way you can't see it coming. Well, Bad Boy lifted up by Patch. Once again going to the chops. Amazingly, both of these competitors, very experienced wrestlers, going to the low road, and Jaden outside, holding on to the champ. Patch able to literally kick him out of the ring.
Jaden again getting involved, pounding on him as he's outside the ring, while Patch once again distracts the referee.
For an individual who's so disabled and so injured, to get this physically involved in a match, definitely a decision you want to take.
Security finally getting involved, getting Jaden to get away from Bad Boy.
It does seem as if they were distracted for a while, as the fans are actually getting a little closer than they should. A lot more out on the floor. Bad Boy being dragged up to the bleachers by Patch, who slams him right down into the wood.
Down to the crowd now.
Now, as it appears as if Patch had the upper hand, why is Jaden distracting the referee? And Bad Boy slams Patch into the Rangers.
There's no point in distracting the referee now.
Our
Bad
crackpot
Boy's in
security
control.
team not able to get in the way before one lady gets her chops in. This is why they're called trainees.
People are throwing things now. This has really gotten out of control.
It is out of control. Let's get this match back into the center of the ring, fellas.
We may have to leave commentary and step up and give a couple extra hands to the security team.
Patch being called out by a couple of ladies in here. And I've got news for you. He's taken up on this challenge before, and there's somebody in this room that should know better for sure. Somebody who was actually willing to give up a lifetime of professional wrestling following as a result of being on the wrong end of a Patch chop. Bad Boy and Patch now back into the center of the ring. Patch whipping the Bad Boy into the ropes. Lifts him up, scoop, power slam! Didn't have the strength behind it you would have expected earlier. Gets him down nonetheless, and a 2 count. A 2 count. Patch definitely winded after this flurry of activity.
Jaden once again distracting the ref so Patch can get his dirty work done.
Patch going up to the ropes for a brawling type wrestler, a high power wrestler, to see him go for this aerial maneuver. I'm not sure this is such a wise idea.
I think Danny might be playing a little possum here.
Oh, the Bad Boy catches him up on top. And
oh, amazing overhead suplex that was. But can he capitalize? As much as he took out a Patch, it may have taken...
Once again, favoring that wrist. I think the Bad Boy may be hurt.
May have taken more out of himself than he did out of Patch.
One thing people don't
Writhing in
realize,
pain.
when you do that suplex, yes, you're flipping your opponent over, but you're landing at the same time.
Is he writhing in pain or trying to get the crowd behind him? Or maybe both?
Apparently, Jaden trying to count his own man down. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Finally, Patch able to get to his feet. The champ up to his feet.
The champ needs to capitalize here.
Champ sizing Patch up. I'm
What
not
could he
sure
be
what
going
he's looking
for?
at there. Referee needs to get out of the way. Whoa! A bunch of the chops. Another one of the chops. Another one of the chops. Throwing Patch into the corner and boom! What a clothesline. Unbelievable. Danny prancing around the ring first before a pin. I'm not sure that was his wisest maneuver. If you're going to go for the count, go for the count, favoring that knee. Bad Boy has an existing knee injury.
He's pinning him, ref.
What happened here? Jaden interrupting the count?
How unexpected.
I would suggest that he needs to get out of the way before the Bad Boy finds him now. Oh, Danny count for the 450 splash. Going up to the top. Jaden as if he wants to interfere and do something about it. And referee just shot him into the ropes. And Bad Boy.
Ref being quite lenient with Patch's behavior. I'm surprised he didn't give him a disqualification for that.
I think Patch is asking about disqualifying the referee.
That doesn't make sense.
I've refereed my fair share of matches there, Andy J, and I'm yet to be disqualified.
Maybe he's saying he's not qualified or unqualified.
Perhaps that was. Jaden has been a fountain of misinformation.
What are they doing now? What's he going up to the top rope here for? This could backfire in a major way.
Up. Is he going for a superplex? Let's see. He's got a
super duperplex.
And
oh my goodness!
Top rope, bouncing the ring to the ceiling. Ladies and gentlemen, you may have heard many things about the size of a wrestling ring. I am here to tell you that while it is built together on girders, it is wood and steel. And when you land from that type of a height, it most certainly does hurt.
Let's see, the top rope is roughly 5 or 6 feet up.
You've thrown a couple of 6-footers there.
He fell at least a dozen feet. That can't feel good no matter what you land on.
Oh, Bad Boy able to kick out again. Patch moving into a different position this time.
Getting his feet up on the ropes.
He's got his feet on the ropes. Oh! Senior official Just Johnny able to notice his feet were on the ropes. You're not going to be able to pull that against him.
Johnny needs eyes in the back of his head to call this match.
I don't recall. I believe it was the other official that was over the other title match earlier this evening where the belt did change hands.
Good thing you couldn't capitalize with that.
Oh, the crowd trying to get behind Bad Boy.
Is he really hurt or is he mocking him? Sometimes it's hard to tell with Patch. Right hand, he needs to open up that fist.
This match has been going on for quite some time now. Both the combatants able to keep all of their energy inside the ring.
Fires out of the corner with a hard clothesline.
Okay, Jaden trying to once again get the crowd behind his man Patch with a low blow against the Bad Boy and the ref.
How could
distracted.
The ref not see that?
But Bad Boy does not fall down. Goes thrown in the ropes, reverses it, and Patch gets thrown in. Uh-oh. Little dissension in the ranks there by Jade. Bad Boy
another roll up for the win.
The title. He's still the champ. He's still the champ. The Bad Luck Charm, Solar Power, and Loser Jaden.
Even after all that misdirection, all the illegal moves, he still manages to pull this one out.
And I believe Patch not happy with the Bad Luck Charm, Jaden. Oh, having some words as the Bad Boy comes to the center of the ring. Everybody wants to celebrate.
Scratch getting rowdy.
Oh, Patch claiming that the champ pulled his tights. I certainly didn't see that from my vantage point. How about you, Andy J? Bad Boy in the center, in the corner of the ring, celebrating.
Here come the rest of the Force One workers out to congratulate him.
Joined by Ryu Lee. New #1 challenger, Danny Noring. Nice shirt, Danny. That's a good one, 2, 3.
Patch slowly and unwillingly making his way to the back.
Well, I do like the person to be saying one. Congratulations to you on your title defense. However, I felt it necessary to tell you that I am the #1 contender. And I thought, why wait until the next show? Why don't I come out here like a man and challenge you for that title tonight? I want you at the next show, I want to look you in the eye and say, champ, you took Patch to the limit, you're the man, and I want to be the man.
Dangerous Danny Doring issuing the challenge.
I did bring my four-way contender match tonight, and I want to thank all the little people, you, and I want to say that I'm a real role model to all these kids in the crowd because, kids, you don't have to grow up and be losers like your parents.
Little people. Losers. What?
You can look up
How can you turn on this crowd like this?
the next Force Pro champion, Danny
Force Pro.
Doring. And champ, to make it official,
Boring.
I have the paperwork. I'd like to sign the contract right now.
Dangerous Danny Doring issuing the challenge, spitting on the crowd with his words.
Crowd getting behind the recently defended championship.
Looks like he's gonna bounce Doring right out of the ring.
Surprised he has this much energy after a match like that.
You're your parents' reject.
You should calm down. We could get a riot on our
And you,
hands.
Mr. Bad Boy, is Force One. Next show you have Danny Doring is Force One. Let me sign the contract.
At least you got the name right.
I have to have my lawyer,
That is looking. Things are looking up.
It's like Dangerous Danny Doring in the center of the ring with the clipboard from the wrestling guy. And our master of ceremonies, Phil Varlise, showing disrespect to the champ, Bad Boy Danny Pagan.
I don't know what the point is of signing the
Not
contract
taking
right
any
now.
problem signing that contract right away. Danny backs down from no challenge. That's Pagan, not boring. Oh, and Doring with a cheap shot. What is he doing?
He just wrestled a hellacious
Oh no,
match.
the Bad Boy
And
able
he's
to
still
knock
in the
him back.
fire.
After that wicked right patch, and Doring bails out.
Runs away.
Bailing out.
Don't start a fight you can't finish, Doring.
Not showing you the sign of future championship. I guess this is why Doring is no longer on the national landscape. And Bad Boy inviting him back to the ring saying, come on, be out.
Danny's
Family
celebrating
show.
right now.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, our Iron League Heavyweight Champion, Danny Puerto Rican Bad Boy Pagan, victorious against Patch. Very long and hard-fought battle.
Hope you all enjoyed this amazing show as much as we did.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, as a recap, our final match of the evening, Iron League Heavyweight Champion Danny Puerto Rican Bad Boy Pagan, victorious over Patch. Just before that, the White Lotus in a flag on a pole match, beating the Canadian Shooter, E-Force. In our six-man match thrown out. Hold on, Danny.
Danny's got the mic.
There's more to say.
WWE ECW VTech. Want to turn around and look at the Force One heavyweight champion. You say you want a shot, you signed a contract, you earned it. But yeah, after getting kicked out of the WWE, I guess so. But anyway,
A little low blow there.
I guess
Honesty hurts.
I guess Vince McMahon didn't bend over that well, did he? But anyway, in Manahawkin, that's what Manahawkin. Manahawkin, you want a shot at the title?
It doesn't matter where we go for the Bad Boy.
Bad Boy showing his charm.
Morón, cállate, cabrón, escúchame.
En inglés, por favor.
Listen to me. You want a shot at the fire? Bad Boy Danny Pagan. You know what? Pues cállate, estúpido. La base tuya es un acuerdo, pero está bien. Escúchame. Estúpido, escucha. Y escucha bien. You want a title shot? You know what? In front of all my fans, not yours. You got it!
Accepting a challenge for a title match right here and right now. After that hellacious bout he just fought, that's incredible. Oh, Doring has the mic now. He's got something to say back.
First of all, you want to call me a WWE reject? Well, you can identify with all these people. You have to be there to be kicked out. That's first of all. And you and this little
will never know if that's like. Secondly, I like to say to all my Spanish fans, Daniel Doring as Mucho Guapo and Muy Grande. And at the next show in Manahawkin, I will be El Championo. But you know what? Why wait till then? Let's do it right now.
Oh, look at this! Danny Doring asking for the challenge on the spot.
Accepting the challenge of Bad Boy
Is the
Ninja
commissioner
Shout.
gonna accept this? For everybody that remains in this crowd, it looks like we might be getting a bonus match.
Looks like we got to get the commissioner out here quick. Where is he?
Commissioner Cairo getting ready to go home for the night.
I believe the commissioner's in the back.
Senior
He's the
official.
referee out.
I'm not even kidding. I want the match now. I'm not going to listen to these garbage from him. And I'm not going to sit down. I'm not listening. Give me a rep.
Senior official saying, no way.
It's not going to happen tonight. I'll tell you right now, it's not going to happen tonight.
If you have to win the match, then we might as well just get the ring and fight.
Well, I guess our answer there is we're not going to have a match, but we may still have a fight.
Oh. How is he gonna ask for a challenge like that and not even get in the ring with the man? How low is that?
Everybody just say something. Danny Doring is
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to loosely translate it into Bad O for a family-friendly program of Force One. Very loosely translated into Bad O.
Very, 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 very loosely.
Comprende un poquito de español,
What
pero
is
no
this?
hablo.
He's running away.
And Danny Doring leaving the building.
He says he's gonna fight him, and then he runs away like a coward.
Puerto Rican bad boy Danny Pagan once again victorious as the Iron League heavyweight champion.
Showing him up as well he
Waving his
should be.
praises to Commissioner Cairo, who has sanctioned the match for the #1 contender, Dangerous Danny Doring, to be held next month at St. Mary's in Manahawkin, New Jersey. Force One Pro Wrestling action continues at St. Mary's, whether it's in Egg Harbor, in Manahawkin.
Remember, February 15th, St. Mary's Parish Hall in Manahawkin, New Jersey. Tickets are available this evening if you're interested in going to the show. Come down here to the South area. We'll have tickets to hear Iron Man Tommy Cairo. We want to thank you for coming out to our show this evening. Be safe and have a great 2008. On behalf of Force One Pro Wrestling, this is Phil Mullins. Thank you again.